Hey guys, welcome back to another recap. This one's called You Can't Say Anything These Days. She's looking extra pale and pissed off. Her jaw is kind of set and she's biting the insides of her cheek. She kind of looks like Barney fell asleep in the sun. She won't say when she's flying back for her own safety. Salah is home and in the other room, allegedly. Canada is the place to be for the holidays, you guys. Will she be asking her beezers to pay for her Christmas presents too? She's infested with spiders and lizards. She saw a lizard the other day in the house. She says she's in a really bad mood today, so what better time to fire up a live stream? She thinks she's found a place, but she still has a month, and she's going to be picky about where she wants to end up. She doesn't want to settle. She still hasn't gotten the deposit back on the scam apartment. She snaps at Julia for scratching the new window screen. She's been looking in cheap parts of town for a place to move. You can hear Salah talking to someone in the house, and she says someone's there, just when she fired up a live stream. She comes back, and the call to prayer is going, and you can hear people talking in another part of the house very clearly. So obviously nobody is praying during prayer time. She has a big headache again. She looks annoyed when she says she has to make juice for the guests. How does one make juice, Chantal? Do you mean taking it out of the fridge to give to them? There are a couple of places willing to work with her on getting an apartment, she claims. She admits her title is clickbait, but apparently she can't write the word bees in the title without getting demonetized, which means the reaction channels are at fault. She wants to get a one-bedroom now and put dividers up from Amazon and sleep in the living room. The crust on her teeth causes her to say ew. She wants a boneless couch because they hold up to 1,000 pounds. Good luck getting off one of those. She hoists herself up and she's breathing like a wounded bison trying to get up to get the juice. She says she cares about her exes and then says, well, some of them. Sure. She shakes the juice off camera and you can hear her jiggling. She's the homemaker there in Syria, don't you know? She heats up the shisha coals because obviously she needs to smoke. Listening to her huff and puff while holding a tray of juice off camera, coupled with her shuffling footsteps and her yelling, Salah, Salah, over and over, is another level of intimacy I never asked for from her. She didn't go live yesterday because she was tired. Someone asks who's going to grab the juice for the men when she leaves, and she says she's not sure. Wherever she moves to is where she is going to die. She's never moving again, she says. Says Salah needs a bride. He needs a wife. She slept through one of Salah's relatives coming over this morning. He woke her up to ask her to make tea, and she clearly got annoyed from that. She talks about some weird word salad about what she thinks about gender roles, and it's really not worth repeating. She says she's supposed to report any money she earns to her bankruptcy team. Is she doing that? Who knows? Claims she's going to get a part-time job when she gets back to Canada. She goes through a laundry list of what would happen to her if she had a child, like postpartum and psychosis. She can't grow a womb, you guys. She needs lots of views because it's the end of the month. She thinks she could physically take care of a child, just not mentally. She laughs at the idea of geriatric pregnancy. She feels bored, restless, and limited in Syria. Where is Galinda when you need her? Her and the chat are talking about how life sometimes feels empty. Now fill her pockets, darn it. She says, brownies, like the aliens from Toy Story say, the claw. Her hair is really long and it curls at the bottom, but her hair has fallen out even more on the top, she says. She says her hair is all knotted up from the ponytail and she's been using hair fibers. It comes out in clumps in the shower. Someone else is ringing the doorbell, and of course, she doesn't budge. She turns the camera off to smoke. I think maybe that's the reason why she got demonetized. She grifts for a $90 shampoo and conditioner set. She would never spend that much, but you can if you want. She starts talking about race, and honestly, nope. She doesn't blame Native Americans for taking a piss on Thanksgiving. What a lovely sentiment. She starts talking about the Charlie Cole comment she made back in the day. Says at the time she didn't think it was racist, but she understands why Charlie got offended. She rattles off that she loves the tangy zip of Miracle Whip on her McChicken sandwiches. There are currently 652 people in the chat. Now she says she's not getting any animals at all. Someone tells her to get a hair topper, but she says she doesn't have hair on top at all, really. She wants a dead squirrel as a toupee. She has to reapply for medical benefits when she gets to Canada. She said being bald felt really good. She's insistent she won't be leaving till the end of October, but I call bullshit. She's supposed to go to Damascus this week with Salah, but she wishes she had her scoot. Hint, hint, Wanda. Between the fan blowing directly into the microphone, the burping shisha, and the buffering, this is really hard to watch. If Beezers were Oreos, and I'm quoting, they'd be fruit fly flavored. And if that doesn't show you how she feels about her own chat, I don't know what to tell you. She about creams her knickers talking about cookies and bidet hoses. She wonders why celebrities look so unwashed as she sits there unwashed. She absolutely butchers Oasis. Sorry, UK friends. Her internet cuts in and out all of a sudden, and she's back tearing into an ice cream with her teeth. And then she proudly holds up a bag of cheesy popcorn. Enjoy the diarrhea and elevated blood sugars, you scammer. She slurps around the ice cream, daydreaming about other ice cream, because of course she would. She ate that entire pizza about 45 minutes after she finished filming the Fugazi pizza mukbang the other day. She's tearing into the cone with her side teeth, and you can kind of tell her plaque-encrusted front teeth are probably a little sensitive because she almost winces every time she takes a bite of the ice cream. Someone suggests an ice cream eating contest, and that person clearly does not care about her. The ice cream is gone in about 2 minutes flat, and she's immediately onto the cheesy popcorn, which she hoovers mouth open. We are watching someone actively commit self-deletion live and in closed captions, my friend. She is obviously stuffing herself with food on complete autopilot. It's almost methodical, the way she just shovels the food in, unthinking. She'll be alone all day tomorrow, so be ready for a super long live stream, guys. And of course, it's the last day of the month. This is the live that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Currently 458 people in the chat. She's lost over 200 viewers in about 20 or 30 minutes or so. This is absolutely brainless. She's laying back against the wall, shoveling popcorn down her gullet while babbling comments at the chat. Then, here it comes, she chokes on the popcorn and says, "It's karma." Someone in the chat named Vanna suggests she put Julia on the burner. Who are these people? Now she's onto potato chips immediately after the popcorn. Her gut is a gas station, I swear. She makes fun of some guy at an airport and then asks if she can get a wheelchair in Damascus so she doesn't have to walk when she goes with Salah. Someone asks why she's binging, and she says she's not binging. She's just eating dinner. She must be high as balls because this is very much a binge. She's now rolled over from leaning against the wall and is holding her giant head up with her meaty paw. She still hasn't washed those curtains yet. Now she wants to go on a vacation next year. Pay up, nerds. She asks Salah to take her to the market for a kebab and tells him she'll force herself to walk, just like the road trip. She modded Salah again and claims she doesn't know how that happened. Then she realizes that Salah remodded himself. She says when she's back in Canada, he won't have much to do with her channel. She's fisting chips as she whines, "I need central air conditioning," and then says she doesn't like to complain, you know? She's finally done binging. Claims to be 344 pounds. Now she's making faces like her stomach hurts, and I just can't imagine why. Asked the chat if she should trick Julia. Leave that baby alone, you big jerk. She reminisces about how she had a gallbladder attack from poutine. After 2 hours, she finally turns the fan away from the microphone a little. She tells Salah to tell the chat that she's a good housewife when she wants to be. Salah admits he has no interest in her channel. She got approved apparently for a depressing basement apartment. She wants to maybe live in a treehouse, and I would love to see her try. She says she can break anyone's heart. She misses her degenerate Canadian life. Someone compares her culture as a Burger King culture, and I couldn't agree more. Cheap and greasy, just how she likes it. She keeps trying to say that the Syrians are the best people ever, and the family blessed her when they got back home from that trip. My God, I would have melted into the ground if I said that about my in-laws on a live stream and they found out. She confirms that the family did watch her freak out during that live stream. That's why one of those aunties came banging on the gate to talk to her. They're still in love, you know? She only wants to see family maybe once a month. She goes back on her previous lie where she said it was just one auntie who wants Salah to have kids. And now she's saying it's the entire society that's pressuring him to have kids. Pick a lane. She says some Syrian families shun their children if they don't reproduce. Enter Big Tracy. Her stream has ended itself 4 times now, and she keeps coming back, unfortunately. She starts singing "My Neck, My Back," and I am so confused. She then threatens to set up an Amazon wish list when she gets to Canada. She grifts, kind of, for a new Nintendo Switch. Her goal, happy to say, was not met at the end of this live stream. 0 out of 10. Not a single one. She's now starting to sing about food, and I am ready to tap out, and thank God it's over. Again, tomorrow, guys, she is here for a long live stream, so be prepared. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I'll see you in the next one.